Hey guys, first of all, just want to say I'm super sorry for not posting any videos lately. It's been like a month or two, and school's been crazy, and work, and working out, and just I feel like I'm running 100 miles an hour. Not to mention I'm super slow at editing videos, and I'm not very good at it yet, so sorry about that. But class was canceled this morning, so I figured it would be a great time to record a video for you. And today I thought I wanted to talk a little bit about competing and more so the not so positive things about competing. I like to talk about how much I love competing and all the positive things about it, but I don't think that the negative, or not necessarily the negative, but I don't think that the not positive things get talked about all the time. And for me, when I first started competition prep, I wish someone had told me all the things I didn't think about or didn't even know was going to be a part of competing or prepping. So I kind of wanted to make a video for people that are thinking about competing, and I know I've had a few people that have asked me about competing and are interested in stuff, and so I thought this would be a good video kind of just to give you the inside details about it. So first thing I wrote down was that you need to be physically and mentally healthy. So physically is kind of a no-brainer. Like if you're not healthy and you're sick and you have a lot of physical problems, it's going to be hard to prep. But even more important than physical, I think, is that you need to be mentally ready. So I know a lot of people think that competing is going to be fun, and it is fun, don't get me wrong, but it is hard and it will take a toll on you mentally and emotionally during prep. So you got to be ready for that. If you are in a place in your life where you're just not feeling totally mentally stable, I guess, don't compete and don't start. There's always another show you can do later. Also, you should have a good relationship with food before you start prepping. If you have a bad relationship with food, I think that competing and prepping can only make that worse a lot of times. So make sure you have a good relationship with food. It can be selfish. It doesn't have to be, and it's not always selfish, but it definitely can be. Let's say you're prepping for 12 weeks. Those 12 weeks, I mean, at least from personal experience, I wanted to go hard. Those 12 weeks were about me. I didn't want to miss a workout. I needed a meal prep. I needed to do this and that. And it can definitely be hard on relationships and stuff. So keep that in mind and really work on balancing. So especially like if you're in a relationship with a significant other, make sure you don't neglect that. Still go on dates. Maybe you can't go out to eat because you're on prep, but you can go to the movies. You can do other things. So keep in mind that it can be selfish, and other people who aren't prepping may not understand exactly where you're coming from. So just kind of be empathetic about that. Third was you need a support group. So that was something that I was super grateful for both of my shows. I had a huge support group just from my family. They may not have understood why I was doing it, or they thought I was crazy for doing it, but they still supported me when I was having a hard day, when I had no motivation, when I needed to meal prep, whatever. They supported me. So I'm not saying it can't be done without a support group, but it's super important, especially because you may have those hard days. You may need help meal prepping. You may need emotional support. So make sure you have a support group, whether that be in person, online, on the phone, whatever. 4 is you need a coach. So your coach is definitely part of your support group. And I started my first prep thinking I could do it on my own, didn't need a coach, was gonna just look at everything online. In like 3 weeks, and I realized I was crazy because I second guessed everything. So I would see what I needed to do online, and honestly, that's not going to work. Everyone's body's different. So I don't really know why I thought that was going to work, but I was like, oh, this person prepped and this is what they did, so I'm going to do the same thing. And then I would do it, and I was like, maybe I shouldn't have done that, or maybe this isn't working. And so I second guessed everything, which is not good, I didn't think. So I got a coach, and now I would never recommend competing without a coach. I literally asked my my current coach, he helped me prep for my last show. And I literally texted him like 4 times a week with just different random questions. And now looking back, I'm like, those were the stupidest questions. But if I didn't have anyone to ask those to, I feel like my brain would have just been going crazy. I needed that peace of mind. So have a coach. Also, don't just find a coach on Instagram or online. Do your research. Make sure you find out what their coaching method is, how many times a week you're going to be able to talk to them. If you have a coach that all he does is does a check-in with you once a week, tells you what to do, and that's it, I really don't think that you're getting your money's worth. You need to have a coach, especially for prepping, that is available to you at all times. Obviously not, they're not going to respond to you in 0.5 seconds, but if you have a question, they should probably get back to you within the day or the next day. I think that's important. So do your research and ask them questions before you commit to them. Ask them questions. Get reviews on them. And also make sure you're not getting a coach that gives the same diet to everybody. Don't get a coach that's going to give you and the other guy that's prepping for the same show the same exact diet, because you're different and that's just not like good for you. You need to have something tailored to your body. So that's what I would say. Leading to my next point, yes, a coach is expensive, but competing is expensive in general. So getting a coach really isn't that going to make a huge difference in terms of cost. Okay, so you have coaching, which can cost various amounts. It can cost $100 a month to $500 for the whole prep. So make sure you factor that in. Getting into the show is expensive. You usually have to pay around like $100 just to enter the show. And then for a lot of organizations, especially the NPC, you have to pay for a card to compete in their organization. So that's another $120. If you're traveling out of town, you have to include traveling expenses. I don't know whether you're driving, whether you're flying on a plane. Then you have to include the hotel expenses. Usually, I'd say a minimum of 2 nights. You're usually there the night before and the night after. Girl suits, the cheapest I spent on my suit was $250, and that was really just getting a lot of minimum bling, minimum stuff like that. You can definitely make your own if you want. I wouldn't suggest it. You can bling out your own. You can definitely buy used and stuff like that, but just keep in mind that that's expensive. You can't just go to Walmart or Target and get a bathing suit that you'd wear for the summer for $20 and wear it on stage. It's not like that. Guys, on the other hand, they wear board shorts, at least in physique, so they may not have to spend quite as much, but that can still be expensive. Then you have the tan. I spent about $120 on my tan every time, and that included, you got, the tan the night before, and then you got touch-ups the day of. They glued my suit. They made sure I didn't have any splotches or anything like that. So I felt like it's worth it. A lot of people tan themselves. I don't want to risk that. I would just rather have someone else do it for me, and just know I'm taken care of, and it's also less stress on the day of. Then you have hair and makeup. A lot of people do that themselves, but I am not good with makeup, especially when it comes to trying to freaking match, your face. You need your face to be a little bit lighter than the rest of your body, and your body is like 20 million shades darker than it normally is, so I just hired someone for that. Then you have to pay for tickets, so if you have any family coming to the show, friends coming to the show, they don't get in for free. They have to pay for tickets. Shoes cost money, and I'm not sure what else, but anyways, it's expensive. Make sure you have it in your budget before you start prepping. It can be stressful. Next, pretty much when you're up there, if you're practically naked, so if you're very modest and you don't even like to change in front of people, you should probably practice that, because you're literally standing up there feeling like everybody in the whole audience can see all of your goods. And they're covered, but they're seeing everything else. So I would say get comfortable with that. And if you're not comfortable with it, just pretend you are. 7, I had number 7 was, I wrote it down, so that's why I keep looking over there, you're gonna be tired all the time. Okay, maybe not all the time, but the majority of the time. Your prep starts out great, you're feeling good, and then the closer you get to showtime, you're tired. Your calories have gone down, your carbs have probably gone down, you're adding more cardio. You're tired no matter what you do. You can drink an energy drink, you can drink coffee, you can take caffeine pills, and you're probably still gonna be tired, and you're still gonna feel like a zombie. It's just something that you kind of have to accept. So if you don't do well being tired, competing probably isn't the best option for you because you will be tired. 8, you'll be cold. That is one thing that I do not miss. I was freaking cold all the time. All the time. And first of all, keep in mind, I'm cold anyways, like I'm always cold, but prepping made it 10 times worse just because, you know, you're losing body fat and stuff. I felt like I was always in like 3 pairs of sweatpants and 4 sweatshirts. So you'll be cold. 9 was, this was probably something that was almost a make it or break it for me for my first show when I found out that I had to shave my whole body. So I had started prepping, and the friend that I was doing it with that kind of got me into it told me that before I tan, I had to shave my whole body, and I freaked out. I did not want to do that. I didn't want all my hair to come back darker and prickly, anything like that. And so I almost just stopped right there. And then she kind of talked me through it. But yeah, you have to shave your whole body, every square inch, your arms, your hands, your feet, your butt. You better know someone that can shave your butt and your back. And if you're in a relationship and your significant other shaves your butt or back, I feel like that's a pretty good sign that you have a strong relationship. So shout out to Andrew for shaving my back last year. And my mom for shaving my back the year before. Also, it does not grow back thicker. Also, you're going to have to shave like 3 times. You shave once, and it takes you like a freaking hour to shave everything. And then you get out thinking that you are perfectly clean shaven, and then you step in the light and you see a big strip you missed or a big chunk you missed. So shaving takes a while. And the reason people ask why you have to do that is because the tan sticks better when there's nothing on your skin. So that is why. And tanning is number 10. So if you thought being on stage in a bathing suit in front of hundreds of people was bad, just wait till you tan, or you have to get your tan. You're literally butt naked. You don't get to wear a bathing suit in there to get tan. No, you get to wear nothing, and you stand in the tent like this while they are up close and personal, like 2 feet away from you, tanning every part of you. So you really need to be okay with that. And usually there's other girls, they don't ever mix the like the guys and the girls. They won't have like you naked right in there next to a guy that's naked usually, at least not at the shows I've done, but they'll have other girls. So you're naked walking past girls that are naked. So be okay with that, and just know that that is what's going to happen when you go to get tanned. So that's my 10 things that I hope that will help some of you who are trying to decide to compete. And don't let these 10 things, don't let it deter you from competing. I just kind of wanted to let you all know things that I wish I'd known before I competed, just to kind of prepare myself for. And if you have any questions, you know, you can always comment below or personal message me, whatever, if you're thinking about competing and just want some more information about it. Just want to say thank you for listening to my videos, and if you like them, go ahead and like and subscribe, because that helps me know whether I'm doing a good job, whether I should be doing a better job, just stuff like that. So anyways, hope you have a great week and a great weekend, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye!